In an old town, there was an abandoned and eerie house. The previous owner, an elderly woman, had mysteriously disappeared. The townsfolk believe that the woman's spirit was trapped in the large mirror of the house. According to the legend, if someone said, "Where are you?" 3 times in front of the mirror, the spirit would appear and stay with them forever. One night, a young man gathered his courage to test this legend. As he opened the door of the house, a cold breeze and a gloomy atmosphere enveloped him. The interior was filled with dust and old belongings. Footsteps echoed through the halls. The man approached the large mirror. The frame of the mirror was old and carved with peculiar symbols. Taking a deep breath, he said, "Where are you?" The first 2 times, nothing happened. But on the third utterance, the surface of the mirror began to ripple, resembling the movements of water. The man's breath caught in his throat. In the mirror, the pale and sorrowful face of the old woman emerged, her eyes staring into emptiness. The man took a step back in horror, but a cold hand reached out from the mirror, grabbing his arm. The woman's face was filled with pain and anger. The mist emanating from the mirror began to envelop the man. At that moment, all the clocks in the house started ticking and talking, each sound intensifying the man's fear. The mirror seemed to open like a door, and the woman started moving towards him. Despite the man's struggles to escape, the cold hands of the woman held him tight. Her eyes reflected infinite sorrow and a desire for revenge. With a final scream, the man was pulled into the mirror. The next day, the townspeople gathered in front of the house. The door was open, but there was no one inside. Only the large mirror remained, now reflecting the face of a new victim, a young man, forever trapped. The legend had come true. The mirror had claimed a new sacrifice. After this incident, no one dared to approach the house. The mirror and the spirits inside became the source of endless mystery and horror for the townspeople, haunting their nightmares. The mirror within the house remained a vessel of infinite terror. If you say, "Where are you?" 3 times in front of the mirror, a moment of silence falls. The atmosphere in the room thickens, and the mist forming inside the mirror slowly takes shape. Then the pale face of the elderly woman appears. Her eyes are filled with deep sorrow, looking directly into yours. The elderly woman moves her lips, but her voice is like a faint whisper. "You found me here," she says. Her voice carries the burden of the past and an internal sense of helplessness. The expression on her face bears the traces of the pain she has carried over the years. In the mirror, the elderly woman seems to reach out towards you, but her hands appear on the surface of the mirror, as if there is an obstacle between 2 worlds. You cannot touch her, but you try to communicate through your eyes. The woman's whispers take you back to the memories of the past, sharing the sorrows and losses she experienced. However, suddenly the atmosphere in the room changes. The mist in the mirror moves restlessly, and the woman's face transforms from the previous sorrowful expression to an angry mask. "I don't have to stay here," she says, and as the mist inside the mirror thickens, the woman disappears from view. Silence reigns in the room again, and the mirror once more reflects only your own image. However, an internal shiver leaves the lingering sense that the presence of the elderly woman still lingers. Now you are not alone in the room, and perhaps for a moment, you have communicated with the ghost of the past. However, the story of the elderly woman remains hidden in the depths of the mirror, perhaps forever.